You're welcome.
All right, we're looking at the secrets of successful marriage. And I want to start by asking, is there actually successful marriage? Is there any marriage that is successful?
So, in marriage, there must be a target.
Okay.
There must be a focus, there must be something you want to achieve. And when you succeed in achieving it, we say you've succeeded. So we have to look at what is the target of marriage, what is the purpose of marriage. If you do not understand the purpose, you will not know how to pursue it. And if you do not pursue it, probably some people are also in marriage, they don't know the target, they are pursuing something else. So they leave the target and they find themselves failing. And when we talk about success, in that sense, to my definition here, it is really like saying having a lifelong marriage. Once your marriage lasts long, then we can say you have succeeded.
All right, so now if that is the case, so what are the characteristics that make a successful marriage?
Yes, like we said, first of all, what is the purpose of marriage? In our own understanding, I'm coming from the biblical part of view, you find out that there are three basic stands upon which the tripod of marriage stands. The first one, of course, is companionship.
Okay, number one, companionship.
Number one, companionship. That is, two people suddenly find out that they're in the midst of so many people, millions of people, but they are alone. So they need someone that they can be very close to, someone that can protect them, someone that can kind of cover them when there is cold, somebody that is very, very close, a friend in the midst of so many people that you are very lonely in the midst of them. That's companionship. Number two, there is this very fundamental part, which is, of course, sex. Okay. Because marriage is ordained by God to check the sinful life of adultery. Okay. You suddenly discover that you keep feeling the need, the urge to satisfy your sexuality. Sexuality is a gift from God. God has already created man, created Adam, and he was satisfied with what he has done. Then later he realized and said, it is not good. He is the one who said himself that it is not good that the man should be alone. In other words, God realizes that without sexuality, man is not complete. Of course, the third one is for procreation.
For procreation, for
raise children,
to satisfy your sexuality,
yes,
and for procreation.
And for procreation, to create a legitimate window where children can come to this world and husband, wife, or let's say father and mother, nurtures them until they are able to be good in the society. So these are the three tripod upon which, the three stands rather, upon which the tripod of marriage sits. Okay. If any of them is having a problem, definitely the marriage is not going to have problem. That's why you find some people, they could produce children, they could make love, but they are not friends. So a marriage that seeks to achieve these three objectives and last out time is, to my understanding, a successful marriage. So the beginning of the marriage itself is most important. Why do you want to marry? You see, looking at how we have defined the purpose of marriage, you find out that the reason why so many people are married are completely outside it. Some people want to marry for fame. Some want to marry because the person is very beautiful. Of course, beauty, like new clothes, can fade. It can also grow old. And if the reason for the marriage is the beauty, when it fades, you are also in disaster. So the beginning is important. Anybody who wants to go into the marriage must understand why God instituted marriage. Yes. But somebody can be physically matured, yes, but is not yet mentally matured. And you find some people, and that is where when you use the word age, it is very relative, because some people can be 40, but they are still thinking like 15. Some people can even be 50, but they are still reasoning, like somebody still deciding for them. Maybe their mother is still deciding for them, or they're not yet able to take a stand as a man. So maturity comes not just in physical body, it comes also in your, your mind, ability, because when you're going to take a woman, your wife is going to depend on you. The wife is going, like we do in our own, in our own society, when a person is going to marry, your wife is at your left side. The symbol is that you are going to grab her, and your right hand is free to defend her. You see, if you're passing through a dangerous place, your sword or whatever weapon you have is free to remove whatever obstacle, whatever wants to, damage this beautiful bride you have. So the wife is going to depend on your wisdom. She's going to depend on your decision, because you are in the steering of the vehicle. God have mercy on a young boy in the mine who is driving a beautiful woman. He will crash the car. So that's why you see so many people are crashing their marriages.
All right, it's getting interesting. We'll go for this quick break now. We'll come back. We'll find out why others fail in the marriage. To stay tuned.